Hello and welcome to my channel. Ask me a stock and I will cover it for you based on the long, medium, and short term as perspective based on the studies of Ichimoku, which is a Japanese based multi time frame analysis, and harmonic trading patterns, which are derived out of Fibonacci. So, if you would like me to cover a stock for you, write it in the comment section. But do please note that it should be from the large, mid, or small cap segment. No micro cap stocks, please. A disclaimer, this is not a trading or investing advice to you. This video is purely an educational talk based on the studies of Ichimoku and harmonics. Please do your study properly before coming to a decision regarding your investing or trading in the stock. Also, please note, no money has been charged for this video. It is completely free. Now, today's talk is SRF. SRF was established in the year 1970 in the chemicals, mainly in the chemical business. It's also into the packaging film in business in conveyor belts for textile industries also. Its revenue breakup is 45% from India, 11% from USA, 4% from South Africa, and 40% from the rest of the world. It has exports to over 100 countries at the moment. SRF's quarter four results of 2024-25 saw a phenomenal growth in revenue quarter on quarter by 20%. Net profit also grew quarter on quarter by 24%. The core chemical business, which is its bulk of revenue, has done exceedingly well. It has also managed to reduce its debt equity ratio from 0.44 to 0.37. However, there were some negatives also from the results, some drawbacks, which was that the annual margin saw a contraction, and also there was an increased financial cost to the company, with the textile conveyor belt business seeing a drop in revenue. Now let's go ahead and look at the charts and see what lies ahead for the stock. Now, starting with the quarterly time frame chart from 1999, from the data we have in front of us post its listing, you can see the stock tends to do even deeper pullbacks. This, we have been fortunate that the stock has not done a deeper pullback ever. So this is the first move. Then there is a deep pullback, almost 78%. Then the second move, again a pullback, which is 70%. Again a rally, which is seeing a 60% pullback out here. And then from 2013, we have a phenomenal rally till 2022. So that's a 9-year phenomenal move. Post adjustments and slip from 18 to 2,800. So investors absolute delight, gave phenomenal return with very marginal pullbacks happening for this 9-year period. You can see even as per Ichimoku, the baseline was never touched, in fact yet to be touched, since it took off in 2014, 13, 14, and exceedingly well, been a ranked outperformer. But from, we can see from 2022, the stock had gone sideways, and then a remarkable recovery in the first quarter of 2025. As per the quarterly charts, the support is at 2550 and then quite deep down at 1750. But that's quarterly, never been tested. Yes, investors did go through a 3-year frustration period of no return. Those who entered post 2022, yes, did see that. Let's have a look at the monthly time frame and try to decode. Here also, from a short term to medium term trader, it has been fantastic. Held on to the baseline, always tested it couple of times, but did superbly well and gave brilliant returns. And then this sideways bounced up fantastically from an Ichimoku bullish Kumo. And ever since, yes, it's been going sideways, again narrow from Feb, but overall a fantastic move has come here. The monthly support is at 2,600 currently. If that does not hold, then a pull down to 2,250 would take place if we see something of that sort in it. Let's have a look at the weekly time frame and try to analyze it further. This is what we see in the weekly, from 2022 September high, stock went completely sideways, then a massive breakout, in the month of January, pull back, that's the April 7th low, and then again continuation. So it's pretty good breakout, pullback, and I'm looking at it this way that now it is consolidating for a further strong move. The weekly support is at 2835 and then all the way down at 2650 into this belt out here at 2600 at this trend line. Now let's have a look at the daily time frame and the lower time frame and look at the derivative data also. Before I go into the lower time frames, I would like to inform you that my courses on harmonic trading patterns, Ichimoku, trading psychology, risk management are available. These courses are made in videos along with PDF, level-wise, chapter-wise, breaking into small segments with loads of examples of both bullish and bearish scenarios. Both Ichimoku and harmonics are available in Hindi and English, so you can select whichever one you want. For those who are beginning to charts or technical studies and not much of a background, for them there is an introduction to technical studies bonus material with 3 hours worth of on candlestick theory with lots and lots of examples before you get into the Ichimoku or harmonic courses. Now, the trading psychology and risk management is an extremely important part for traders, but either traders are not aware of it or completely ignore it. And that's the main reason why we hear from SEBI that 90% traders are not making money in the market, because trading is more about discipline and risk management, less about analysis. The course is extremely detailed and it has bonus material also. Number one, other technical studies are explanation of those which complement Ichimoku and harmonics. The relative rotation of sectors, that is which sector at which stage of the market is bullish and bearish and which stocks in those sectors stand out, are also number three, based on the immediate market trend and your own risk appetite, risk profile, which option strategies will suit you. And finally, a self-assessed toolkit where you will learn how to do a SWOT analysis, whether what are your strengths where you should completely rely on, what are your weaknesses where you need to improve, where are your opportunities where you can work on, and threats, that is areas of the market and segments which you should stay away from because it's going to cause, which has been causing you losses, and you can at least stay away from that segment and continue to focus on your strengths and weak opportunities. Now, if the link to the courses in detail is there in the description box, you can check it out. And if you have any doubts, you can shoot out an email to me and I will get back to you. Let's get back to the stock and further analyze it. Now, before I delve into the daily and the hourly time frame, let's talk about the derivative data. The June series option data is not a very liquid stock when it comes to options. The highest OI is at 2,900 for the put and at 3,200 for the call. Again, like I said, not too liquid stock in the option area. While the one thing which was interesting, which I noticed today, sorry, 2,700 in the put area and 3,200 in the call area. It's like that. So the one thing which I noticed in the futures data today is that today the stock has ended almost flat, not too much, but there is a 22% increase in OI. That's future data. Now, if I just go by the theory of future data of price down, OI up, it's a large fresh shortening. But if I look at the last 5 days of data, then in a 3% fall, the decline is 29%, which means that in the last uh, four trading sessions, the stock was down 2.5% with just a 7% OI change. Today's data is 22%. Now, because it was completely flat, we should not consider it just on the basis of it that this is a short trade. We should mark levels for short-term trading for both the sides, that in case it was an accumulation which took place, then that way we will be able to go with the side of the trend, because 22% change in OI is quite a lot for SRF in a single day. Now, as per the daily data, daily Ichimoku, we have support at 2850 to 2825. This is a big support line. If this does not hold, then we could see a plunge down to 2700. Then this trend line out here at 2600. The daily has a resistance at 2975. Let's have a look at the hourly, and that way we will be able to, for the short term traders, derivative traders, my my view of looking at it is that if the stock continues to sustain below 2875, the first hour tomorrow, I would say, then it has that probability of coming down to 2825 to maybe 2700 odd levels. But first would be 2825 for me in that zone. However, if it turns around tomorrow, based on how the market is moving, there is going to be short covering above 2900, which would mean that today's move was more of an accumulation in that case. So above 2925, think of long. Below 2875, you could think of a short term, a STBT type of trade, pushing it down for 50, 70 bucks. Above 2925, the move could stretch to 2975 all the way to 3050 also. So that's the immediate short term derivative angle trade I would be looking at in the stock. If the stock would have fallen a little bit more, I would have considered it to be a major short setup. But because of point 0.3, I don't want to take that kind of look. Now, for the overall outlook from a medium to long term perspective, one should keep in mind a very, very strong factor for this stock, and that is that the stock has come out of a long period of consolidation. So when a stock does that, such kind of pullbacks tend to be, bear traps, for the bears, for the shorters, and the stock continues to do well, because you have to keep in mind this is a 9-year rally and this is just a 3-year correction. So there is tremendous scope in the stock. It is more of a buy the dip if you get, or a breakout. So in my view, 2825 to 2600, yes, that's for cash buying, is something I would be looking at to accumulate on the downside. While on the upside, I would be looking at above, say, let it sustain above 2925 first. First would be a move for 3000, 3025, and then for a big move towards 3800. So overall, stock is extremely bullish because of a very long sideways breakout. Maybe in the immediate short term, very short term, it could see some kind of a pullback happening. But picture looks pretty good for me out here. So I do hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock and index ideas. Until then, all the best with your trading and happy investing.